The Chief, oh, there we are. Look at that. Some low clouds over Buffalo. And welcome to Beyond the Forecast. The Chief has to wear the tie.
Yeah.
And me, as just a basic part-time Met, I don't have to wear the tie.
Kevin, you've been a pivotal part of the weather broadcast team, and you've been doing live shots for how many years?
Oh, God.
Don't tell me you're part-time.
We back up.
You are
horse and buggy days.
You are a stalwart of this place.
You know what's sad?
What?
Is that I'm the most tenured member of Storm Team 2. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's because I've been in this building the longest.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm any good.
You're also the most unshaven.
Yeah, oh, I am. Yeah, I did. I woke up, I was unshaven this morning, and I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it.
Embrace it. Embrace
because,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but if I was doing like a regular television show.
But that kind of stubble would take me about 2 weeks to achieve.
You're kidding me.
You did it in 2 hours.
Pete Galvin can just go like this.
No, it forces out the beard. I know.
True.
I cannot grow a beard.
Why not?
This started in May, and I'm still just here.
You know what's funny? The guys, the playoff beards, the hockey guys,
right?
And the guys that are still playing now, of course, they're like the full beards. But it was funny to watch and seeing this. The Sabres are so young,
right?
And seeing like the lack of playoff beards.
Right.
They have like the pube stash going on. Right. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what's funny is that had the Sabres made the Stanley Cup playoffs, they wouldn't have been able to go because they had prom. They had finals.
That's right.
Things that they would have had to not been able to do playoffs because they had other.
Yes, well, like Norman tried to grow a playoff beard. He just had like the stubble that I have after one day. He had that after a month. You know, it's a young team.
We have a young team, yeah.
Yeah, the coach takes them out for ice cream after the game. Right. Go to Dairy Queen.
After timeout.
After. Can I tell you another? So I got a funny story actually. So there were. I played baseball for SMAC, St. Martin's Athletic Company, or St. Martin's Corporate, something like that. There were four. This is true. There were 4 little league teams. Okay, so one was Abbott Pizza, and after the game they got to go to Abbott Pizza.
Oh
yeah. Another one was Dairy Queen, and after the game they got to go to Dairy Queen.
Who did you play?
Another team was Convenient Food Mart, and after the game they got to have slush puppies. You know what those are? Little ices. My team was Culp's Hardware.
We got
screwed.
You got screwed.
No, seriously, and this is a true story. And another thing was we had yellow uniforms, and as a boy, you don't want to wear yellow. You know what I mean? Like the other teams were blue, red, green, and we had to wear yellow uniforms for Culp's Hardware.
Yeah. So my team was McClenahan's Tree Service. This was in Palo Alto, California, near Stanford. And our uniforms were green in the ugliest form of yellow you could possibly imagine. And because it was supposed to denote spring and trees and. Yeah, like you said, yellow is the worst color.
Well, at least, for like a little boy, you get self-conscious about wearing yellow. Anyway, you know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't go with my complexion.
Right.
Okay, so you know what's good, though? All the spring sports, to try this back into the weather show.
By the way, can I?
Sure, go ahead.
I was on McClenahan's Tree Service. Guess who was my teammate?
I don't know.
Steve Michaels' father is Al Michaels.
Oh, you're kidding me.
The sportscaster from Monday Night Football, ABC, and now, of course, Amazon. His son, Steve Michaels, was on my team. I just had to name drop.
It was a frustrating year for a lot of the spring teams around here. The softball and the baseball teams had a lot of wet, soggy diamonds.
No kidding.
But thankfully, we were able to rally with at least a nice, basically dry June. We're gonna at least get a couple dry days in a row. There is one out of the next 3 days. There is one with rain concerns. Our Sunday, unfortunately, whatever you have planned, Saturday by far the better day of the weekend. We're going to rally to a nice day today. Outside today, I could feel the front moving through, even though it wasn't rain. Like I did a morning live shot on location at Alden, and
really humid.
It was very muggy.
Right.
But then I could feel about 9:30 in the morning a breeze moving through, and was that the front or was it not the front?
That's the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could feel instantly a chill in the air as if it's about to rain. Have you ever been outside and you could feel like a chill in the air, like a breeze moving through? Well, sometimes it's because the rain is moving through. Essentially, the rain will drag cool air from the upper layers of the atmosphere down, and then as the rain hits the ground, the wind will push forward. Well, today it was a front moving through. A front is the leading edge of an air mass of different temperature or moisture content. And this time around, this front was introducing less humid air moving through. So it's going to be, as opposed to yesterday's mugginess, this afternoon will be absolutely lovely. Tomorrow is picture perfect. If you had a team of Western New Yorkers together to design a day, they would probably came up with 80 degrees, sunny, low humidity. That's what we have for you today. And Sunday is the opposite. There's always payback around here. Allentown Art Festival, again, a terrific day tomorrow for it. And again, if you want to pivot and, you know, embrace the shower chances on Sunday, go for it. But Saturday by far is the better day for taking a dip in the pool, hopping on the boat because of the rain we anticipate for Sunday. Yeah, and again, if you want to go to outdoor plans, I would not. You don't have to, let me put it this way: you don't have to worry about a chance of rain on Sunday because I think it is going to rain. It's about 100% chance of rain wherever you're going to be in Western New York for your Sunday. Okay, so lean into it because rain is very likely for us. For our day today, again, just terrific. Thankfully, the humidity has sort of scoured its way out thanks to the front that worked its way through. And again, high pressure building in. We don't equate high pressure with high temperature, don't equate high pressure with high humidity, equate high pressure with fair skies and typically seasonal temperatures. It's high pressure means essentially an atmospheric compression coming in to sort of inhibit cloud development and associated precipitation as well. So high pressure in control. And then a front moves its way through Sunday. Bad timing for the front as well. It's going to give us, it's a cold front giving us rain, thunderstorm possibilities. We have future look ready to roll. And also with, it'll give us lower humidity as well. Thunderstorm opportunities for us on Sunday as well. Okay, so again, future look to time out the rain on Sunday. Let's get you through today again. Low humidity. We had some gustiness this morning, but typically lighter winds for the rest of our day today. And tomorrow, again, like I said, if you had a team of Western New Yorkers together, they would probably come up with a day like tomorrow with much of the day in the 70s. So a high of 80. So much of the day will be in the 70s. And again, light winds, cloudless for much of our day. I will emphasize that even though tomorrow will be in the 70s, the UV index will be about as high as we can get, okay? But like the solstice we're close to the solstice. There's abundant sun. So if you're outside tomorrow, especially with my pasty white skin, again, I could show you the sun damage I have, a high UV index. So make sure the kiddos are lathered up. And even a day like Sunday, where it's going to rain Sunday. Well, you're still going to want to, sunscreen is never a bad idea because UV index can still do its thing. So some passing showers, some passing thunderstorms are part of the equation for our Sunday. Not a total loss, but there will be a time, an easily defined line of rain. So Sunday afternoon looks to be dry and considerably cooler. That's going to set us up for a cooler week as well. If you like 60s and 70s, which is where Patrick has got his musical taste. 60s and 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the temperatures are going to be in Patrick's musical neighborhood next week.
I'm more mid to late 70s.
Mid to late?
Yeah,
You're
that's
more 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I would say
true.
so.
So yeah, I try to extend the joke. The 70s is where we're going to be, and that's where Patrick gets his musical taste. There you go. So partly cloudy and breezy today, but I would say the breeziness is more towards now, and I think we're going to settle down. I'll bet you're the chief. Is the breeziness more midday, or the afternoon going to be breezy as well today?
Today, I think it's all day.
Okay,
and
there
then
you go.
It tapers down a little bit.
Edit what I said previously. So the afternoon will be on the breezy side as well. But tomorrow, again, will be more serene, more tranquil tomorrow. Sunny, not a lot to talk about. That's just terrific, right? When there's not a lot to talk about, that's good news for you. A Sunday, again, a line of rain moving through. Not an all-day loss, but a very high probability you're going to have to deal with some rain wherever you are in Western New York with the front moving its way through. Again, look at these temperatures. 70 on Monday, 70 on Tuesday. So if you like your temperatures a little on the cooler side, or I just like cool, the milder side, not muggy, you're going to like this week with 60s and 70s a foot. Thankfully, we're sort of insulated from some of the severe weather here, but other areas are not protected about that. So we do have.
Take a look, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, some severe weather did work its way through.
Look at that.
To our west. So we'll talk about the Midwest severe weather. Also, if we have time, we're going to play Stump Patrick. Some weather trivia coming up at the end of the show.
I like trivia.
We'll be back after the break.
All right, welcome back. Quick question, trivia question for Kevin. Who, and this will all tie in, this will all make sense, who is Abe Froman?
Oh, I know who that was the Sausage King of Chicago.
Yes.
That was a manufactured character, right? That
Abe Froman was the Sausage King, and he tried to check in for lunch.
Right.
And he took Abe Froman's reservation so he could dine at that very. This is the 40th anniversary of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which took place in Chicago.
Right.
And Chicago is the location of all of this.
Oh, my goodness.
Take a look.
Oh, my God.
Overnight, multiple tornadoes tearing across the heartland.
We're all completely safe.
Funnel clouds barreling through fields. More than a dozen twisters reported across Indiana, Wisconsin, and Illinois.
When it hit, it hit. I mean, it was like there was no time.
In the small city of Streator, an entire cul-de-sac sheared right through, with multiple other homes destroyed.
I think I got a broken leg.
One man injured and trapped under the rubble.
I think it's
this piece here?
This one here.
Spotted by a photojournalist before being rescued by police. In nearby Dwight, Illinois, the violent path of another tornado visible for miles. While at Chicago's Midway Airport,
there's a tornado warning, so we're evacuating the tower.
Both passengers and air traffic controllers rushed to safety as severe storms moved in. The wild weather causing thousands of flight delays and cancellations across the country.
That's an EF3 right there.
The twisters, part of a string of storms moving through the Midwest Thursday. Battering cars with hail in Iowa. And flooding roads. Bringing blinding rain from Wisconsin all the way to Pittsburgh's PNC Park. And it's not just severe storms wreaking havoc.
I'm burning right now.
The East Coast battling brutal heat with record temperatures from New Jersey to North Carolina, where it reached 101 degrees. Some schools on New York's Long Island even letting kids go home early.
My daughter does not have AC in her classroom.
Americans trying to keep cool with the dog days of summer approaching.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Chicago, the Northern Plains, the Upper Midwest, that was kind of the target zone of severe weather yesterday. And today, the target zone will be east of us, all because where the front moves through during peak daytime heating is where the focus of severe weather usually will be.
I want to pop in too. All right.
Okay, so yesterday, that front moved through peak daytime heating in the upper Midwest. It's now cruising through western New York, but we're not in peak daytime heating. We are in kind of this, time where things are just kind of moving through quietly. By the time the front, Kevin, gets to peak daytime heating, we will see severe weather, and that will be east of us. So the severe weather threat kind of hopscotched western New York. We had it west yesterday, it'll be east today, but it all has to do with the timing of the front. The front, like you said, is going through now, which is why you felt that little drop in humidity, the breeze picking up, but we don't have the energy of the atmosphere to work with until later on today when it pushes east.
Another thing, again, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, we are downwind of these giant reservoirs of cool water, which will knock a lot of stuff down.
Yeah, totally. The lakes tend to stabilize things. Now, Chicago doesn't really have much of a lake influence, at least, west of the city where you get more severe weather. Right along the Chicago's lakeshore, Lake Michigan's pretty chilly, and things can be a little tamer there. But anyway, so that's kind of the setup for severe weather today. It's going to be east. Now, this is a look at the last, let's see, I think I do have a radar loop that shows the front kind of hopscotching through. By the way, notice how we're getting lightning strikes east of us. That's a sign that the atmosphere is about to pop there. These are the severe weather reports from yesterday. Notice
the cluster.
The cluster near Chicago, Iowa, Illinois.
And these reds are tornadoes.
Exactly. There was also a cluster in Pennsylvania and across central parts of New York State. But notice we had a few reports here. But again, most of the action was west of us and then east of us, and that'll be the case again today. And by the way, here's that cluster of tornadoes. Look at that. Those, I think there were reports of 18 tornadoes yesterday.
Illinois, Indiana.
Yeah.
Where's the Chicago? The Bear Stadium proposed, right over here?
Oh, yeah.
It's like they might, I don't know what stage they're at, but they're going to move to Indiana. Or the stadium might move to Indiana, which is still part of the larger Chicago
But
market.
it's still a very controversial decision. Right? Because it's like, wait, you're the Chicago Bears.
Chicago's here, right?
Right, Chicago's here.
And then Indiana.
Yeah,
wow.
So, and by the way, this is where they get lake effect snow across parts of Indiana due to Lake Michigan. Anyway, also a little tornado just south of Milwaukee. That's where that is. Anyway, the bottom line is that we can get severe weather here, as we all know, but it has to do with the timing of the front and where its location will be. This is the last 24 hours.
Here it
so
goes.
Watch what happens.
It just dies out.
So watch. You had a cluster of strong storms. Boom.
Okay.
Then
daytime,
it fizzles.
starting to be nighttime.
And fizzles.
Middle of the night.
And watch. And now it'll reignite once it's east of us. So we here in Western New York kind of got hopscotched by the severe weather, which is good. That's fine with us. Our day will come. but that is the reason for the quiet weather here, yet you're seeing video and hearing reports of all this rough weather elsewhere, but certainly close by.
Another thing, just to quickly interject that, later on in the summer, as the lake heats up, we sort of lose some of that protection. Yeah.
Well, and Lake Erie, by the way, right now is 64 degrees, which is 5 degrees above average.
Oh, wow.
When Lake Erie gets close to 70, that's when you lose that stabilizing effect of the lake. We call that the lake shadow, where thunderstorms do really well developing over land, but when you have a cold lake, it's hard for air to rise because it's cold, and things kind of get squashed thunderstorm-wise because of Lake Erie. But once it hits 70.
Usually Atlantic hurricanes will sort of lose strength as they head north for that reason too.
So again, the severe weather risk, which by the way, a couple of days ago did look like it was going to be over us, is east of us today, certainly because the front sped up. It's moving through this part of the country, or this part of the state later on today. And that's where the severe weather will be, near Albany and New York City. So there you go. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk. What are we talking about next?
I have some forecasts for weekend events.
Okay.
I have some tornado trivia. I'll try to stump the chief. See if you can outperform Patrick.
All right, welcome back. This is a quick look at the 7-day forecast.
I have stuff to talk about.
I know, you have trivia. I can't wait to get stumped. Today, nice. Tomorrow, nice. Showers and thunderstorms the second half of Sunday. And next week, and Kevin will show this to you.
I'll get over there eventually.
That screen is not a good...
No.
Okay, do you know when your computer, we call it the blue circle of death?
Yes.
Where it says, like, lost connection. Oh, we're back. Okay.
I think we're back. When you try to make adjustments, and it's sort of like I'm working on a Commodore 64 over here.
Oh,
all right.
Did you do? Yeah.
No, I have trivia. I have trivia to talk about. All right.
Okay.
Did you go through? Did you talk about what you had to talk about?
No. Okay. Well, those are hurricane names.
Yeah. What hurricane? We showed these before.
Yeah.
We got our eye about a week and a half of now for Arthur.
Arthur. Okay.
The early hurricanes are expected to form rather close. Not going to sweep in. You know what I mean? They're going to be sort of homebrew,
we call that.
Okay, so these are tornado trivia. Let's see how you do, see how Patrick does. So we should try to stump the chief. Okay.
The most tornadoes worldwide.
U.S. What country has the second most?
That is a good question. Okay. I wanted to say Bangladesh, but I think it's Canada.
This is
Canada.
Dude, that is so tough. Did you know this question was coming?
No.
No. I tried to. That was a tough one. That was a really, really tough one because U.S. has like 3/4 of the world's tornadoes.
Right.
And we talked about why that happened, but what country has the second most? And Bangladesh does get tornadoes, but Canada, our neighbors to the north, is second most for the sort of the same climate reason.
Well, they have the plains like we do. They've got a mountain range which blocks some of the stabilizing air from the Pacific, and basically it's a northern extension of Tornado Alley up through Calgary and Edmonton, Saskatchewan. They get quite a few.
Exactly right. They're still susceptible to the clash of air masses that causes them to happen.
By the way, every province in Canada has reported a tornado. Even the Northwest Territories.
Way up there, really?
Even the Yukon, yes. Even New Brunswick. All provinces have reported at least a tornado.
That was the toughest one. These ones will be easy.
Okay.
The EF scale is used to measure tornado. What does EF stand for?
Enhanced Fujita.
Aha! Fujita was a guy.
Fujita was a guy.
All right.
He was a dude that studied tornadoes and came up with so much wonderful science. We get the Fujita scale from him. They upgraded it about 10 or 12 years ago to enhanced Fujita scale.
Texas has the most tornadoes, partly because it's so huge.
Right.
What state has the most tornadoes per mile?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is correct. 3 for 3. You've just won the Beyond the Forecast home game. You did not use AI.
I've been sitting right here. I did not know the questions.
That is the reason the Storm Prediction Center moved to Norman, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Because Tornado Alley. That's why my girl, Carrie Underwood, who's from Oklahoma, has a song about a tornado ripping through. So Blown Away is the name of the song.
Unfortunately, some of the worst tornadoes. Moore, Oklahoma, 2013-14 was a terrible 2-year period with severe weather and tornadoes in Oklahoma. It's a very dangerous place.
Yeah.
And the other problem
Kansas,
with Oklahoma,
of course, famously the Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
And it's very hard to put tornado shelters where they need to be because the geology of Kansas and Oklahoma, it's like bedrock. So digging basements in tornado shelters is very hard.
Enjoy the sunshine today, enjoy the sunshine tomorrow, and prepare for rain on Sunday. Have a great weekend, my friend. Look at that. 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
That's why he's the chief.